The African Grey Parrot. At first glance, its scale-like gray plumage and striking red tail feathers grab your attention. But look closer, and their eyes betray keen intellect and gregarious nature. African grey flocks tend to make their homes in the tropical parts of Africa, in dense lowland forests, preferably near rivers or other bodies of water. They're opportunistic eaters, but are mainly herbivorous, feeding on a variety of fruits, seeds, nuts, and plants. They're fond of the fruits of oil palms, which provide essential nutrients for the birds. Because of their diet and nature, they serve an important role of pollinating and propagating plant species in their environment. The African Grey Parrot is highly intelligent and capable of complex thought processes. Scientists like Dr. Irene Pepperberg have discovered that African greys can recognize and identify several materials, objects, shapes, and colors, as well as understand context and concepts of comparing and contrasting.
Alex, what matter?
Whoa!
That's right. How many?
2.
That's right. You're a good boy.
It's because of their keen intellect and sociable behavior that they were considered vulnerable on the IUCN Red List in June 2012. That status was upgraded to endangered in October 2016 and has remained so ever since. Deforestation due to logging, mining, and oil drilling, as well as unsustainable poaching, including harvesting for both legal and illicit pet trade internationally, have contributed to the African Grey Parrot's jarring decline. Studies show that over 1.3 million African Grey Parrots have been legally exported from Western and Central Africa since 1975, with an estimated mortality rate of 2.1 to 2.5 million that were never accounted for, and these are numbers for legal trade only. In October 2016, African Grey Parrots were placed on Appendix 1 in a decision made by CITES, an international treaty dedicated to preventing species from becoming endangered or extinct due to international trade. This move encouraged participating countries to update their laws concerning poaching and trafficking parrots, paving the road to end international commercial trading of wild African greys. Meanwhile, avian sanctuaries like foster parrots and the Oasis Sanctuary focus on the increasing number of unwanted or homeless captive parrots on the other side of the equation. In the US alone, estimates of captive birds in the US range between 10 and 40 million. The number is daunting even for large sanctuaries. Most are at full capacity. There are several ways we as individuals can help protect and conserve the African Grey Parrot. One way is to refrain from buying into the exotic pet trade. Parrots and other wild animals are not meant to be put into a coop. As Mark Johnson, the founder of Foster Parrots, said, "No cage is big enough." Another way to aid in conservation efforts for African greys is to support organizations and proposals to tighten laws on the exotic pet trade, from local to international levels. From donations to volunteering and signing petitions, there are several ways we can help conserve this bird. Organizations that assist in conserving and rehabilitating African greys are the Wildlife Conservation Society, the Parrot Wildlife Foundation, the Gabriel Foundation, Foster Parrots, and the Oasis Sanctuary. I'll include links to their websites below. Lastly, raising awareness is the simplest and sometimes the most effective way to help conservation efforts for African Grey Parrots. It is vital that people understand all sides of the equation, from the dwindling wild flocks in Central Africa to the sanctuary struggling to rehabilitate captive parrots.